time no see, folks. Long time no see, folks. So it looks like Baconator's already causing some madness here. Or how about I can time you out already? We can just go straight. We can just jump straight into this. How about that? Take that impatient crap elsewhere. Yeah. All right. So I guess this is gonna be a little bit more of a chill stream, I suppose. Oh, now it started. You knew it was gonna start. Cut the crap. Anyway, main thing that we're going to be looking at tonight is hail. This is also kind of a test to see if my stuff is back online here, because I don't know what the heck happened the last time I streamed. Well, I kind of do, and I kind of don't. It was just weird how that ended up playing out. But currently we have our severe thunderstorm watches. The severe thunderstorms are forming on the dry line here. There is a chance that we may possibly see a tornado out of one of these, but the main threat is going to be hail. The severe thunderstorm warnings have increased in coverage. We are getting some warnings for at least tennis ball size hail at this point now. A couple for tennis ball size, some golf ball size, and maybe beyond. Yeah, no more of this account, so delete it and get it off of there. Sup contingents, by the way. But anyway, though, we have a couple of chasers out. I don't expect too much out of this, but we'll see how this plays out. Oh no. So I go on to Brandon Kopic's feed, and this is what I see. I know they did not just hit him, man. Like, are you kidding me? It looks like everybody's alright, but come on, dude. Like, that's just stupid. Look at that savage blue sky. Yeah, honestly, this is right behind the storm. I hope that's not Vince that took the hit there. Ambulance just arrived too. It doesn't look like Brandon's car's damaged. Can't look on Vince's feed because he doesn't want anyone restreaming or anything like that. I haven't the slightest idea. Not the slightest idea what happened. All I can do is say that all I know is it seems like everybody's okay. Ambulance drove by though. It doesn't look like anything crazy. Yeah, you heard yourself. You are a crappy windshield wiper. So here's our considerable severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. This one's on its way to being considerable severe thunderstorm warning as well. And then also there's a couple other storms that we'll need to watch here. One that's most interesting to me right now is this one towards Crowell. But even so, it doesn't look like it's fully got its act together. Storms are going to be intensifying over the next couple of hours. This isn't going to be a long-lasting event. It's not going to be a widespread event either. We'll have to see what happens from that point. Look at some VIL here for the first time in a while. Some pretty high values with all of these storms really at this point. We have probably are likely to have hail in all of these storms. Little dry slot on all these if you were to look at the skew T's in this area. So over towards the mid levels of the atmosphere, which is pretty good for creating supercells, pretty good for creating hail. Overall, though, the tornado threat's a little bit questionable. It's conditional, if anything. Hi, Sasquatch Summer. How you doing? Yeah, it was questionable, but I figured I'd give this a shot and see what happens. Yeah, the lapse rates were pretty solid, but I guess really the story now is what the heck did Brandon get into here? I hope he didn't get hit. I will be super pissed if somebody hit him, man. I mean, why? Just why are we hitting people out on the road these days? Just some new sport over here? But yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm referring to. I think Brandon's okay. I don't think his vehicle's damaged. I haven't the slightest idea, but I bet you.
Alright guys, just a quick update. We're going to be back and moving here shortly. We do have one minor injury, kind of minor, he has bones sticking out, but one injury here. We got them all wrapped up. EMS has arrived on scene. We're just making sure they don't need anything else.
Yeah, I think maybe he did get hit. I hope not. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Look down there. You see another car right there. So I don't think Brandon's involved in this. Because there's another vehicle that's down there in almost the in the ditch-like median. But it looks like, but yeah, Brandon apparently is helping out or something. Check the black box. I'm afraid we don't have access to it. I'm afraid we don't have access to the black box here, contingents. Still a really crappy situation for all those involved there. Yeah, Texas storm and then a Texas wreck to go with it. Tuck. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting start to the stream. Oh, you were hearing some thunder in Frisco? You want to give me some soda? You want to give me some soda? I'm just kidding. It does sound like Fresco, but I know it's not the actual brand name of the soda. I'm just making jokes. So, what I'm trying to do right now is make sure that if any storms do go over some larger cities or higher population centers, maybe we can get a view of them. Because I don't know if they are... I don't know if we're going to see too much in the way of tornadoes. This is the messiest storm by far right now, the one up to the north here. Oh, everyone's voting. So 50% of you that have voted so far have said Granny Smith or Granny Smith, which is the running joke amongst all of us, is going to be the main thing for hail tonight. I mean, the potential is definitely there for 3-inch plus hail, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that's working against it. We'll see what happens. Because, like I said, it's a pretty small window for this. We'll stream this for like maybe an hour and a half, see how it plays out. Appreciate the like so far. Just need more people in here. Say stream for 19 hours. I can time you out for 19 hours. I can time you out for 19 hours. That sounds interesting. How about no? That's your fault you missed it. Not mine. Them sad faces aren't going to do anything. Those sad faces will do absolutely nothing. Thanks for the sub, Alum Domar. I don't know why the sound is not playing with that. It takes forever for this to load on Streamlabs for whatever reason. Just so laggy. Come on. Dang. Watch, it's probably going to pop up later. Out of nowhere. Just wait. Just watch. It'll pop up out of nowhere. Anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Let's go ahead and take a look at Brandon's feed again, make sure everything's good. See you later, contingents. I don't think you're gonna miss too much. The real fun stuff is gonna be on Friday and Saturday at least. Oh, that's fine. Do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do. Alright. No, we will continue Baconator abuse. Because Wendy's wants to act like a bootleg Asiago ranch club, so yeah. It's not even properly cooked.
Alright.
I'm still okay. It looks like they're moving traffic again, so I guess he's getting ready to move here. Well, it's not being shown on the stream. We're just trying to make sure everything's all right here, though, too. As long as he's not showing the graphic injury on stream, that's not going to be a problem. I thought you had to go. Of course you would say that right after. Thanks, contingents. And then there's the famous Baconator typo. Contingency. Contingency. That's not your name. So it's a contingency now. It's not your name. Contingents is no longer his name. Well, I actually know his real name, but I'm not going to say that on stream out of respect. Okay, so every storm that's popping up along this dry line here, by the way, is getting severe thunderstorm warnings on there. None of these look like they're imminently going to produce a tornado. This is the most dangerous looking one. Has 70-mile-per-hour winds. Look on the velocity scan here. Looks mildly impressive, but nothing insane here. The strongest ones seem to be more so on the north side here. Oh, man. Head's itching. You know, when you say special, you have to be careful. You don't want to call yourself special because some people will turn that the wrong way. Just a little life lesson for you. Not saying that you are or aren't, but just remember that. Okay, so it's interesting how this storm has a lot of the strongest winds on the north side. And it's not like we're far away from the radar. We're in a pretty good spot. So, kind of interesting. All I can say is this then, child. If you must live by the sword, then you will die by the sword. That's a Slayer song, by the way. From like their first album, if I remember correctly, too. Shout out to any of my metal fans that are in the stream right now. even though I don't think there's too many people on right now. Calm thyself. Okay. So apparently, I heard today there's a new feature. Jeez. Now, those are some failure typos right there, Baconator. I'm sorry, buddy. Have to say it. Also, I have an interesting feature if you really want to get out of line, buddy. We can always try them because apparently I can time someone out for up to 24 hours at a time now. You seem like a good guinea pig. You seem like a very good guinea pig. Based off what I'm seeing, by the way, in regards to any storms rotating, not much of anything. Oh, okay. Just pull the band-aid off all at once. Jesse. But yeah, I wasn't trying to say your name on the stream, be disrespectful. But since you pulled the band-aid off, that's fine with me. Oh no, I have this guy on, but I know who this guy is though. On Facebook at least. He sent me a friend request. Even though I'm never on Facebook anymore, hardly. I am almost never on Facebook. I'm really not even a social media guy, to be honest. I'm trying to get more active, or at least have somewhat of a presence on there. I think I have to do little bit of like extra stuff in order to time you out for 24 hours or something. But don't tempt me though, because eventually I will be petty enough to do it. How about no? I don't really. You would think I would probably have chatted contingents. I don't even think. I don't know if Kyle is on my Facebook even. If anything, I'm more active on Instagram, and even then, I don't talk that much. I'm just do a little bit. I'm just so busy nowadays that I don't really pay attention to social media. I guess that's a blessing in a way. But yeah. All right. So I guess in the meantime, is there any other stuff that we're wanting to look at here? We'll see what these storms end up doing for about an hour. If it doesn't do much anything, we'll call it a stream early. But also, there's some interesting stuff ahead that I would love to talk with you guys about too. But that's only if I can keep an eye on the radar right now. Like I said, I'm not expecting too much of anything. Like, the more we look at these storms as they've continued to evolve, let me reduce the frames here. Yeah, it's a chill stream. We'll be about an hour, maybe 2 hours. Won't throw off my sleep schedule too much since I have to work the next morning. Yeah, I just don't feel like putting all that effort in Baconator. That's all it is. I mean, I had what, maybe not quite 10 hours. It's more like 9.5. It is starting to finally slow down at work, but still other stuff going on too. Working on music stuff, working on stuff for the channel as well. So there's that to take into account too. Probably will plan to do some stuff after this stream if there's time. Oh, hail report came in. 1 inch hail, right at severe limits. Report from the public: quarter-sized hail, 1 inch in diameter. No surprises there. Storms are actually looking like they're moving at a pretty good clip here. You gotta decide that, not me. How are you gonna ask me to decide that? Moving at about 40 miles an hour, so it's a pretty good clip. Oh, get that radar back on. Yeah, 30 to 40 mile per hour seems to be the trend. Why are you asking me to decide that? That's a you thing, not a me thing. It's 100% a you thing. No, we don't want to know what else moves at 40 miles per hour. Because if you say something bad, you will be at least time. Okay. Your uncle's car? Okay, that's fine. All along with everyone else's car. Hi, Alexi. Dang it. So, got a storm located near Benjamin moving at 30. I wonder if, oh, golf ball sized hail as well. Just came in. I think this has been these two storms have been the main act so far. I'll have to see what happens with these other two. But it's really crazy that Brandon has been stuck here. I think he's actually moving now finally. But now I just have to find a way to click his icon instead of the hail icon now. Yep, there he goes. Yeah, he wasn't involved in that accident. I told you guys. Oh, that's pretty.
I think I see the lights up ahead.
Yeah, you are being a goober right now, Baconator. You really are being a goober. Well, what do you guys think of that?
Careful, everybody's freaking out. Kind of like what Vince said, everybody's freaking out because it's on the other side.
That is really pretty.
Man, that does not look like a good accident.
That is really pretty. Uh-oh. Looks like there's been more issues on the road here. That's crazy.
Looks like the semi-truck went across the median.
What is going on here in Texas? These guys aren't unfamiliar with hailstorms. What's going on
Had to be
here?
going way too fast. Like, how do you mess up that bad on a straightaway?
You see how he opened up that trailer, the horse trailer, like a can opener? That horse trailer was wide open on the driver's side.
Oh my gosh. Come on, folks.
Looked like the horses were okay. They got the horses out.
Good, good, good. Jesus, y'all.
Dude, his engine is sitting there in the road.
Wow. That's crazy.
Holy hell.
What is going on with you guys here in Texas today? My gosh. I want to laugh, but that's not funny at the same time.
That's a bad accident.
These guys should be used to severe weather. They get it all the time. I'm trying to understand this. These guys just I'm almost speechless. Ooh. Yeah, that's wild. Hailstorm comes through and these guys lose their minds. What's going on? What happened? Oh.
Gotta watch out for the water.
I think that's the answer right there. Somebody probably hydroplaned was going too fast.
We're on 287, guys.
Oh, glad that wasn't
No, we just found the answer, Baconator.
287 just west
Give it
of
a few
Chillicothe.
seconds, you'll see it.
Yeah, but the shocking thing is it doesn't look like there was any injuries. It looked like the semi-truck hit the side of...
Hydroplaning. It was definitely hydroplaning. No questions asked. Somebody was just going faster than they should have, trying to either get home or get to their farm or whatever, just get out of the storm. No, when you're in a storm, you just need to slow down. Just remember that, anyone that is watching right now, because like I said, there's no reason to put yourself in that kind of danger. Just isn't. If anything, when it gets bad like that, just pull off to the side of the road and just wait for it to pass. Because then you'll end up being that guy that possibly could have gotten hurt or worse in a accident simply because you chose to think you were all big and bad in the middle of a rainstorm. This was the account I was gonna come in on before I left. I thought of the name and hoped it wasn't the only one who would think it's funny. Big Thunder, big. Damn it. Damn it. Big Thunder, big booms. You have to say it in a certain voice, though. That's the thing. You have to say it in a certain voice. Big Thunder, big booms. You have to say it in a certain type of voice or accent. Who else could have timed you out? What acting like you tough, Baconator? What? Okay. I mean, I don't care if you click that. I mean, I said it, so it could be clipped. So what? What of it? Hmm? Also, coming in here saying like, "Oh, who timed me out? I'm gonna show you timeout." Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Not to mention, this is a chill stream too. Shoot. Only thing missing is if I could play some lo-fi right now, or maybe some metal. I mean, I can't play it directly to you guys, unfortunately. I could probably listen to it in the background here. But if I try to do that directly to you guys, I'm probably going to get a copyright claim, and then that's just going to turn into a big mess. Don't worry, I'm trying to work on finding additional music. And then also, I know he's going to probably come back with an alternate account and say some stuff still. But I see a very familiar area to all of us that have been on the channel for a minute. Matador. Oh, man. Hard to believe it's almost been 3 months already. That night was crazy. That was a crazy night. Wow, it's crazy how quickly that storm has fallen apart. I can understand that. I've been there. Sometimes I still go through there. You were there for Matador, weren't you? It was like in the when you first hopped into the community too. Yeah, man, that was that was a rough night. Yeah, it happened in June, remember? Or maybe it was earlier than that. I don't even, man, it's hard to keep up with all this stuff, but yeah, man, it's been a while. Yeah, I mean, weather's still been ongoing too. And it's ironic that we're pretty much about to enter second season. This is pretty much just the precursor to what could be ahead here. Let's hope it's not. I'm definitely not wanting a 3-3-1 again. I don't know how I'm going to handle that. This computer's better suited for it, but even then I'm like that was a day. That was a day. And I have not forgotten. By no stretch of the imagination. Yeah. 331, 331. Same thing, man. Pretty much at this point. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That was the second stream for you, Baconator, and probably you, and probably contingents as well. Um, who else was it? It was you, contingents, and then of course he who is not supposed to be spoken of. I did see that clip or that little picture or that story where you talked about Brandon Solers drinking, taking a sip from your drink. I don't know if it was beer or what it was, but that seemed like it was pretty sick. I've never been up. I've never made it all the way to uh, the front row for a show before. Yeah, I remember yours. It was the day. I remember your first stream, by the way, Baconator. It was the day after Rolling Fork, because there was actually another moderate risk that was issued the day after. So I did that analysis, and then after the Rolling Fork analysis, immediately after, I had to start the stream because there were severe storms and tornado warnings popping up right on the spot. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even think straight already. It was crazy, dude. This year has been something. In fact, I was on Instagram the other day, and I had noticed that there was a storm chaser that had done a little graphic for all the tornadoes that have occurred this year, and he said that there were already over 1,000 tornadoes. So we're looking at possibly an above average season already, and we're not even done with 2023. Not to mention, what was I gonna say? I thought I saw a number close to like 116 tornadoes in Illinois alone. Nice. You walked up to him and pretty much died. Nice. It'd be nice to go to a show again. Just waiting to I'm just waiting to get my car fixed. Close, but not quite. We were about to get it fixed, but apparently the person that we were trying to get to help us ordered the wrong transmission, so delays, but at least we're on the way. Finally. Okay, I see you. Got the security guard's number. All right, look at you. Means you might get a chance to go to some free shows. I remember when I remember before COVID had happened, I had like a few friends that were security guards, and I got to go into a couple shows. Plus, I went there a lot anyway, so they had my back. But after pandemic happened, all that went to, you know what? Baconator, hush. The only thing you're a security guard to is timeout. I mean, technically, I don't need a security guard. Yeah, you just realized what I said. Oh, man. But yeah, when I first started going to shows by myself, it was pretty addicting, actually. I mean, sure, you can run into friends over there, which I do sometimes, but I do like kind of going, I do like kind of going by myself. Oh, yeah. Oh no, I don't need security. Plus, I have a background of my own with fighting, so yeah, I'm pretty good. But hey, I wouldn't mind having an entourage either. Now, I don't mind. How do I convince? How do you convince your parents to go to the gym? Why aren't they letting you go to the gym? Unless it's like a boxing gym, I kind of understand that. But if it's just like a regular gym where you like lift weights and stuff, then I don't know why your grade's bad or something. First off, you're breaking the first rule of Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club. I'm sure they'd. I'm sure you just say, hey, is it okay if I start going to the gym and lift some weights? I think you'd be fine. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't let you. I mean, if you're going to like a boxing gym or an MMA gym where you're trying to like spar and stuff, they're like, I don't know about that, because that's how it would be with my kid. I'd be like, hey, you do realize you could actually like get hurt like really bad like that. That's not a game. You don't play boxing. You don't play MMA. This is like that's like life and death type stuff here. It can be. So yeah, yeah. There you go. Yeah, there you go, Lexi. You got it. But yeah, that's all you'd have to do. Just literally ask, hey, you wanna hey, can I go to the gym? That's it. It's don't make it harder than it has to be. It's simple. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that guy. Hey, well, if I was in enough practice to with boxing or anything like that, I'd say, hey, send him over here to Atlanta and send him over to Striker's gym. Either myself or some of my buddies, we could mix it up with him, see how it goes for him. Cause I mean, no one should be going all out in sparring unless it's just like a complete doghouse spar and you don't like each other. If you don't even know the guy and he's doing that to you, then he's a piece of trash. He should be toning back his kicks, toning back his punches a little bit. Ooh, women's kickboxing. That sounds interesting. Just remember, keep your hands up. That's the main thing. Keep your hands up, and if you're actually looking to like fight, learn how to move your feet. That's the main thing. Because footwork's probably the most underrated thing in any sort of combat sport. But if you actually like watch boxing, like I do, for example, like my favorite boxer to watch right now probably would be Terrence Crawford. I love the way he moves his feet. Very educated, very smart, able to get angles. Also used to like watching Lomachenko a lot, but I think he's starting to get pretty old, sadly. Well, I think I do follow Brandon Sowler, so I don't think that he's sick right now. I think he would have made mention of it. So, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, main things with any sort of combat sport, if you're training, like if you're actually like trying to learn how to use that stuff, especially if you're sparring with somebody, it's learning how to move your feet, where to place your feet. I think he'll be fine. It is what it is, though. That's not that bad. I've walked that far before easily. I've walked that far before to a gym. I'm probably going to go to the gym tomorrow since there's only a marginal risk for severe weather. Baconator, you should watch Terrence Crawford or Vasil Lomachenko or who else would be a really good example of someone who has good footwork in the boxing game? You could watch some of the old fights with guys like not necessarily Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali does have great footwork though, but Pernell Whitaker is another good guy. Sugar Ray Leonard, those guys. Yeah, Terrence Crawford from Omaha, Nebraska. He's the undisputed welterweight champion in boxing. Guys are bringing my sports side out, daggone it. I love all types of sports, really. Looks like Brandon's taking in this storm
Wish I knew
once
if this was
more.
a 2-lane or not, because if it was, I'd be going around these people, but I don't think it's a 2-lane. I think it's just a lot of parking here on the right side. Oh, look, the sun going down there to the right.
Thoughts on rugby? I have mixed feelings about rugby because my sister has a friend who's also a friend of the family at this point now. Her husband got a really bad concussion from that, and he hasn't been the same. It's been pretty rough seeing how things have been for him. So I kind of have mixed feelings towards rugby nowadays, unfortunately. It's been rough for both of them, honestly. I'm not going to get into the details, of course. It's not my full business, but you know. Brandon Kopic remembers you. Oh, wow. Nice. I'm jealous, but I haven't really interacted with Brandon either, so I think that's part of the thing, part of the reason why. But if I could ever interact with him, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, the hail reports are just now starting to come in, Owen. We have 70-mile-per-hour gusts, a couple 2-inch reports. I think this is going to be a really messy line of storms. I was kind of calling for this from the jump, but just in case the supercell decided to pop up here, I was going to probably see if anything came of that. Really, this is just a precursor. Oh, yeah, that's right. Shoot. Soon I'm going to get this, well, soon, since it seems like work's going to start slowing down, I probably will start adding more to the Weather Nerd 101 list. And then even trying to go even further beyond. It's just a couple other side projects I'm trying to work on. I've been kind of overwhelmed with that, if anything. One thing that's reassuring about this setup for tonight, and why I'm not super worried about it, is the fact that A, it looks like these storms are already kind of weakening a bit. And then B, whenever these storms would cross over towards the edge of this watch here, we would see a mesoscale discussion. I'm thinking that they may not keep things going here. This will be like an MCS, but probably a pretty weak one. Of course, the main event's really going to be towards this weekend. David Goggins' physique. No, I actually kind of like my physique, if I'm being honest. I look kind of skinny. But if you actually were to stand next to me, you would realize, hey, he's a little bit bigger than you think. And then if you actually see me walking you down, if you actually square up with me and I'm walking you down, it's a little different. You get a little bit, it'll get you a little nervous. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that I could probably work on to make myself a better martial artist, so to speak, but you know, still, seeing a tall guy start walking you down and making you miss your punches, kicks or something like that, that's pretty crazy. 100-mile run, huh? Okay. That's good for him. I'm not doing that. Whether he actually did it or not, I'm not doing that. If he did do that, I wonder how much weight he lost through all of that. Because I can only imagine just how much water weight he probably lost through that whole process. That's not something I would want. Not at all. Wait a minute. He could have done that one run towards Death Valley. Because there's like some sort of event that goes on towards like Death Valley, which is supposedly like a 136-mile run, but I think you have multiple days to do it. I don't know the process. I don't want to know the process. I'm never doing it. Absolutely not. And I'm not trying to know. But hey, if he did it, fair play, props to him. I know there's people that are actually crazy enough to do it. Just know that I am not one of them. The Badwater Ultra Marathon. I actually think I've heard of that. I actually think I have heard of that. That's wild. Either way, I'm good. I want no part of that. None, no part whatsoever. Burning Man. I think, isn't that like a? I know it's a festival, but where? Where is that again? Why is he not blocked? Burning. It's a music festival, but where? I think I've heard. Where is that? I know it's out west. I know it's in like the western U.S. Okay, Nevada, Nevada. So it was in, yeah, it was out west, but I just couldn't remember where. Black Rock City. That's quite a name. Sometimes I do wish I could live out in the countryside and do. Unfortunately, where I live, there's not much space, so any weights that I have, I can't really use them. I do have some barbells, but I have no bench set or anything like that. I used to have boxing gloves, but those tore up pretty bad, especially on the lead hand. But yeah, I don't really have much of anything at this point. All of it's in storage because I have nowhere to put it in the house. Oh, yeah, I do. I sometimes will do calisthenics. I haven't done them in a while. Um, Main thing that I've been focused on is I've been doing different push-up variations. I've been doing the traditional one, incline, decline, uh, diamond push-up, and then there's one other one that I can't remember the name of right now. But it's like one where you're kind of like this and you're kind of like in a V. It's kind of like a shoulder push-up, I think. Yeah, burpees are rough though. I did do a lot more of those during the lockdown. Um, that's when um, that's when I was at my peak with doing home workouts, but it's just not the same as being able to use weights. The diamond push up and the I mean I can do burpees. I just don't. I'm just never been a really big fan of that one as far as calisthenics are concerned. I have barbells at I have barbells in storage. It's just yeah, it's like I said, I have nowhere to really put them. And then the maximum one that I have was is a 25-pound weight. So it's not like it's anything crazy anyway. I can pretty much do whatever I want with that already. I can do squats. I can do, but yeah, really, it's just a lack of space in general that makes everything difficult. Like even doing a home workout where I live now, it's just really difficult. Otherwise, I'd be doing that a lot more. But the cool thing is where I work at, it's not far away from the gym that I used to go to when I lived in that area. So literally, I could just take a short drive, probably about maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then be at the gym right after work. Go into the sauna, kind of recharge, and then boom, I'm right at it, right after it. Yeah, for me, burpees are more so annoying than anything else. Doable, but just not really enjoyable. And then on top of that, if you have like over-ear headphones, is what I typically have. That also plays a role as well. This storm looks decent. I think this is the one that they're jumping on to.
Days are definitely getting shorter. That's the unfortunate part. Valerie's doing great.
So
Valerie's
since you
doing
guys have
great.
been asking
So's
some
Cooper
cool
and
questions,
Cameron, of course.
what is your favorite workout, Baconator? Any particular exercise? It can be with or without weights. It can be calisthenics. It doesn't matter. Or really anybody that wants to join in on a conversation. If you work out or do an exercise, what's your favorite?
Good lighting.
Curious. You can still do the calisthenics stuff, but if you have a favorite workout, then still love to hear it.
Man, she's
Twice
getting
that
rowdy.
It's heckin' windy.
I gotta think what my favorite one is. I think my favorite workout machine is probably the pec fly. The pectoral fly is probably my favorite.
We're doing good at
I enjoy
starting
that
to catch
exercise
things.
a lot. Then another one I kind of like would
Doing
be
good right now.
the
Keeping up with it. Just keep smooshing that like and subscribe button for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh yeah, that.
I do like a lot of the app searches that I've come up with. I actually have a little list that I work on.
That little, like,
Whenever I do
weird
get to
segment
go to the
of
gym,
the
lately
south
it's been really rough work, but probably one of my favorites
Best shot for a noodle.
is the little medicine ball exercise I do. It's taught me by
Here
my
comes
brother.
the wind.
It was
About to get windy.
this exercise where you have a partner and they stand in front of you. You're on like and you're on the little machine where you're just kind of hanging back like this. And what they end up doing is they end up throwing the medicine ball to you as you're going back. As you're going down, you don't have to go up. You throw the ball back to them at the same time. It's crazy how it all works. You know, buy yourself dumbbells. All you gotta do is go to Academy Sports. It should be like, what, 20, 30 bucks. You're out here asking me that stuff like money grows on trees. If only I had that kind of money. Oh yeah, I have it muted right now. No? Not that I know of, at least.
And there's the EAS alert on my phone for baseball.
Should be. Can you hear anything now? I know it's rather faint, but you can probably hear something.
Hey, we're stuck behind a truck.
The storm kind of looks like it's weakening. Oh, really? I'm just playing the audio through my speakers. I'm not sure why there's issues with Radar Omega. But yeah, you can mute his volume through your phone.
We're doing less than half the
I don't
stream.
know why. His reception's starting to go bad. I don't really see any of these storms really producing any tornadoes at this point. We'll look at the models, see what happens over the next hour on that, and then kind of go from there. We'll check out HRRR and NAM and see what it brings. What it brings up for us. Then after that, I guess we can talk about what's ahead here and kind of break down what I've been seeing on the models here, because I'm a little bit concerned about this weekend. I'm not going to lie. In fact, we could try and talk about it here even. Wait, this doesn't go into range. That far out in the range, but anyway. There's one gripe that I do have with Radar Omega, and it's the fact that it doesn't really allow you to move models along by button command or anything like that. Don't trust Timu. Neither do. What is Timu? Do I even want to know? Because I feel lost here. I feel very lost. I feel very uneducated. And I'm saddened by it. I'm very saddened by it, actually. It seems too good to be true. That's what. Okay. Oh. 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 So it's like Wish. It's basically like a Wish brand or something like that. Yeah. Okay. I can see why you don't trust it. So one thing about that storm that these guys are on, Brandon and Vince, is the fact that it is severe thunderstorm warned for a hail potentially up to tennis ball size. But it looks like it's died just as quick as it started to ramp up. So it's still questionable. Oh God. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with those weights, Baconator. It's a great way to get ripped off. I'll never forget that one video that I saw on Instagram, or maybe it was TikTok, of this one guy who said he ordered some AirPods from Wish, and they were about the size of his phone. And he's like, "What am I supposed to do with these?" And he was just going off. It was so funny. They're also like, "What?" Oh no, you shouldn't trust that. Excuse me. Probably not real weights. More than likely they don't have anything legitimate to them, and they'll probably break easy. That's a great way to get trolled. And the thing is, they probably would expect you to think, hey, this guy has to be stupid to think that these are legitimate for this much money. Okay, so here's a new meso discussion. Okay. So, this is actually saying that there is a chance of storms maybe continuing up north. This could include Oklahoma City, Norman. This does include them. Shawnee, Tecumseh, or I can't pronounce that one for anything. But Chickasaw Nation and other areas as well. I mean, they always have those at the beginning, but to say that it's not doesn't even cost you $1 to get weights, that is a little sus. If that were to be legitimate, though, I would be so happy. I'd be happy to get weights if that was really the case. To come see. To come see. That sounds like either something dirty or something that a teacher would say to help you break down syllables. One or the other. Tecumseh. Either way, it does not sound good to me. Yep, it's either something very dirty or, and I know a lot of people are probably frowning on me right now for thinking like that, but come on. I'm only human, and you can't say it doesn't sound like that. Well, yeah, you can, but even then, in the back of your mind, you're now thinking. I'm just happy that this stream is working a lot better this time. Because, man, when I tried to track Lee last weekend, that was freaking awful. Huh. Okay. So there's a to come see my brain isn't working. To come see Canada. Who would have thought? That's sick. It sounds about right though. Storm looks mildly impressive, but really think most of the action is going to be more to the north. This is going to really be this one storm here. I might actually hang around till about 9:30, see what happens with that. But I don't really know for sure if we're going to be able to keep any sort of tornado threat here. So probably about 9:15, we'll see what happens with that storm, and then we'll kind of discuss what could lie ahead here as far as the weather is concerned. So I guess in the meantime, while I'm keeping one eye on the radar, I'll start setting up for that. For the end of the stream where we'll talk about what lies ahead with the weather pattern. I'm telling you, it's getting interesting. Like I've been kind of touching on it here and there. Well, we just hit 100 views, so that's pretty cool. 100 in an hour is nothing to complain about here. I'm very happy with that, actually. A little less than an hour, or a little more than an hour, but who cares? Oh, and just as quickly as it was daytime, it is now nightfall. This is going to be the really dangerous thing about whenever these storms start to really get more active as we get in the second season, is the fact that it's going to become, day's going to turn into night so much faster.
Well, yeah, a mix of that and this just had an incredible cell merger, so any chance, like, any core that thing had in it just got destroyed.
Your lungs taste like burnt popcorn. Why Are you eating burnt popcorn, or is it vape that you might be hitting? Baconator, you're done.
It's gonna be coming in time to go back more.
Why are you eating your lung? If it's something to do with vapes, I know a little something about that. I used to vape a long time ago. Wow, it really has been a long time ago.
Once
Been
again,
like
thank
at
you guys
least
so much for smooching that like and
good
subscribe
5
button,
years since I've last
tuning
vaped.
in. It's been a fun chase, without a doubt.
Ew.
It was a little stressful to start, but you know, we're doing better.
Oh, you haven't vaped in months either? Okay, that's good to hear. But, the lung infection is probably what's causing it. Yuck. That's rough. Quit crying, Baconator. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. But yeah, the lung infection sounds like fun. I'm lying. It sounds like absolute torture. Smoking, vaping. I the thing with I was going through a tough time in life, and that's what it wasn't even necessarily, I was going through some tough times, but the girl I was with at the time wasn't necessarily the best influence. She wanted me to do it so that way she wouldn't feel alone and whatnot. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it. And yeah, that was that. When her and I had broken up, I stopped vaping shortly after. So yeah. Oh no, I figured that out very quickly that was a red flag. So yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Thankfully, that was one that I never got addicted. Something I never really got fully addicted to. So yeah. Oh no, I've learned very quickly not to change for love. But yeah. Oh, somebody disliked because I said, yeah, red flag. It's a chill stream tonight. What do you want? This is not going to be a this isn't a major severe event. If you're wanting that, then that's this weekend, probably. If there's going to be any of those in the near future, Friday and Saturday are going to be the days you're looking for. But there was an off chance that maybe there was going to be something here that popped up that was going to have maybe something tornadic, or there was going to be some huge hail. You try to let it find you and not the other way around. There's some people that are meant to find that, but in reality, if you're looking for something, don't rush looking for love, especially at your age right now. Focus on your school. Focus on getting yourself together. Don't worry about mixing it up with these chicks right now, man. They will be here. Just focus on you. Yeah, toxic relationships are something you don't want to deal with, Baconator. Because even if you get out of it, you don't necessarily you don't fully come back to who you once were. And furthermore, some people don't really come back from it at all, man. It does a lot of damage. So you have to be smart. Take it from me. And take it from Lexi too. She's telling you her story. So, yeah, man, don't rush it. You let them find you. You stand on your own. You stand your ground. Stand on your own 2 feet. And read the room. That's it. That's all it takes. Just read the room. I think you're smart enough to do that. I think you are more than smart enough to do that. Yeah, I'll let contingents know what about the badge number thing. Wait, hang on a minute. Badge number? I haven't seen anything about no badge number, man. So y'all are hiding stuff behind my back. That's how it feels. So that's how it is. Okay. I didn't think. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I can relate. I've, I've. Well, I'm not really gonna discuss that. I'd have to discuss that with somebody in DMs about that. Yeah, no one told me anything about a membership badge. Was it posted? Cause everybody just left me hanging, man. Sheesh. I mean, I've been trying to work on that too. I'm just very indecisive. You're thinking of starting to work on some crazy good radar app, Tuck? How? How are you going to do that? I'm actually intrigued by this. So we no longer have any considerable severe thunderstorm warning tags anymore. Well, actually, no. We strike that. We do have one. C++ and some magic. That's pretty cool, actually. I didn't know about that. Hey, man, if you figure it out, feel free to fill me in. Give me some tips, cause please, I'm more than happy to do the work too myself. But yeah, I'm not a huge computer nerd right now. I know people that are, and they're kind of walking me through the steps. But even so, I have a long ways to go to figure this stuff out. And time's really the other issue I have. It's just haven't had the time to really dig through a lot of stuff like I would have liked. You do realize I can view your deleted message. So you guys did share that to me? Dang, I guess I just didn't see it. My brain's been everywhere over the last few weeks, honestly. So it's been kind of just up and down, man. So if I forget something, please don't be angry at me. 'Cause I've been just kind of all over the place. Yeah, like I said, I got my own stuff going on too. Yeah. I think everybody has their own thing going on, but no issues, man. No issues. But when did you show? When did you guys show that to me? Cause I need to. I need to find that. Oh, I'm sorry that happened. Been there. I've been there for sure. Definitely can relate. This storm is still pretty intense right here. If only there was somebody on this storm. I guess I could maybe try and pull up some cameras over there. Oh yeah, that'll do it too. Yeah, I remember. There was one time I kind of had no choice but to take a job that paid less. I was just trying to get back to work quickly, keep my bills up to date because I was like on the edge. But it paid off eventually. But man, those first few months after that was rough. Like that was some tough times. Uh, okay, no, that's a little bit ridiculous. That's not even a little bit ridiculous. That just is ridiculous. Well, I guess we're done with the votes here. Let's look at the whole poll here. How many people voted? It's a nice little spread there too, by the way. Whoever voted for Lime and Hen Egg or smaller, that's a pretty good guess. Next next group up would be Granny Smith. But I think Hen Egg probably might be the winner here. We might get like 225 maybe, somewhere in between. Nice. Oh, 15 votes. That's cool. That's quite a few people actually voting. But yeah, minimum wage, the heck with that. Or 45 cents just above minimum wage, that's ridiculous. If you have 10 years in the industry, then yeah, there's no way. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'd be ready to get out of there too. I'd be like, all right, you guys are playing with me. I don't have time for that. Also, look what I can do now, and this is what I can't. This is what I couldn't do about a few weeks ago. So yeah, you do have to know your worth though. So, got to give you a round of applause there. Got to give you the W. Got to give you the W. Chat here. And what are you? What the heck, Baconator? What am I supposed to be reading? What is that? Someone got high. What do you mean, Tuck? Yeah, he missed. I hope his sugar's okay because he's actually been struggling with that every once in a while. Oh yeah, Baconator, what's your blood sugar, dude? The thing is, he just ate not too long ago too. So how long have your workouts been? Because you might be overdoing it. 115 is actually good. So, nah, I think Baconator's just being Baconator right now. Baconator's trying to be bootleg MGK before he got served up by Eminem. Trying to be a wild boy. Reckless, man. Yeah, Baconator's trying to be a wild boy. Oh, snap. There was even a storm that ended up dropping 2-inch hail in Dodge City. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, big. Yeah, I don't think MGK had too much personality. Nothing against the guy personally, but he wasn't all that appealing to me as far as rap was concerned. But just had to be Eminem that he went after. That's what you call career suicide. I know I normally don't talk about this kind of stuff, but how do you mess up that bad? Megan Fox. How do you cheat on Megan Fox? I mean, it's one thing if she isn't giving you peace. It's another thing if you're just being dumb. I don't know which one it was, but still, cheating on Megan Fox, you're not gonna do too much better than that. I'm just gonna say that. Like I said, I don't know the whole story, but still, come on. Snacks in the backpack are a good idea, Baconator. Yeah, you can always just say, "Hey, look, you got to draw the lines." Saying, "Hey, I'm committing myself to you. If you want to disrespect me, that's fine. I can leave." But yeah, still, regardless of who it is, cheating's not okay. But Megan Fox, come on now. But yeah, I agree with you on the whole cheating's not okay. Being on the wrong side of that does a lot of damage to people. It does a lot of damage to people. Still got ping pong ball sized hail with the one that Brandon and Vince are on.
Like I heard that one. I think it's coming now.
You're gonna have to be a little bit smart with your BG though, Baconator, because that's a very dangerous thing to play around with, and you do seem like you're playing around with it. But I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah, I'll probably be done in a little bit here. I do need to go to the restroom real quick, or the bathroom. So I may take about may take like a couple minute break. I just wish I had more music to work with. I'll be right back though. All right, we're back here. All right, so looking at everything, it looks a little crazy in the chat right now. Have I tried the SBC hourly mesoscale analysis? I haven't looked at the page yet tonight, but I'm pretty sure I can find it. Oh yeah, because of the lung infection. All right, so we're still looking at that storm that they're on. Mm. All right, see you in a little bit, Baconator. We'll probably be off after a little while here. It's kind of like pivotal weather, but more for the lower 48. All right, well, you send the link, I'll see what I can do. Oh yeah, I was just on that. Yeah, it's easy to find. It's just like under where all the it's like right where the forecast tools are. Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Yeah. Really not thinking too much is going to go on beyond this point. I'm just trying to see if there's going to be any like huge hail or anything like that. I kind of doubt it though. I wish there were more maps for stuff like D Cape though. I do kind of like that. I've only seen max hail up to about 2 inches. Ooh, they do have downdraft cape. They do have downdraft cape. That's pretty sick. I'm not too much for grammar Nazi, but I can be. I can be if somebody gets me mad enough just to troll. Even then, I still don't really do that too much. Surface space. Cape is still pretty solid across this region, but it is about to run out in just a little bit here once we start getting into these little regions here. Ah, I figured, but no, I knew what you meant. Some people read into it too much. Yeah, I try to usually stay pretty relaxed. But yeah, this is some pretty good stuff right here, though, Tuck. I should try to incorporate some more of this, but for some reason I just haven't. But you want to rip those lungs out. Yeah, sounds like you're having a pretty tough go of it. I'm sorry. Eh. Yeah, I mean, I know people like that too. I can be like that. I feel like I've gotten better at it over. I've gotten better at being able to let go a little bit over the years. I think it just comes with time. I don't know what's made me kind of change because at one point I was constantly just riddled with anxiety. But yeah, I used to have someone that I used to play in a band with that has that problem. I hope they don't at this point. They don't have that problem anymore because some of them are even talking about like trying to reunite a little bit and maybe do some practice sessions. But lots changed between all three of us. So all you can do is work on it. You're off to a good start if you're just working on it, you know? And that's really always the first step. That's always hardest to take that first step. Could use the Beartooth reference from, I can't even remember that song because I'm not even the biggest Beartooth fan, but I know this song. But it's like something, I have a problem. Something I admit I have a problem or whatever. But Beartooth is an interesting band. I think they're even said to have been Christian metal too, which is interesting. But Christian metal bands aren't that bad. They're actually pretty good. Demon Hunter was a favorite of mine for a long time. Yeah, Beartooth's actually very popular. But yeah, Demon Hunter was one of my favorite Christian metal bands in high school. They actually go pretty hard. I think I remember their album True Defiance was actually really good. I loved the guitar sound on that one. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Skillet. I just felt like I outgrew them. Yes, Skillet is a Christian band, 100%. Yeah. As you start to divulge into more metal, you kind of get away from some of those bands you grew up listening to. There's some that I've still kept around, like Trivium's in my top two. I've always loved Matt's vocals, especially his harsh vocals. And I've seen them 4 times. I have 2 posters in my room actually. But yeah, Shogun was that album for me. Shogun was almost like the Black Album for a lot of metal fans that were in the 80s and 90s, or a lot of metal musicians today. Yeah, love Trivium, especially the newer stuff too. So I've listened to them for a long time, but the last album in particular has been incredible. One of the worst venues. How is it one of the worst venues? I'm kind of intrigued. Ooh, live shows will do that to you. In fact, that's how Trivium lost their #1 spot with me. RBC Echo Beach. Surprisingly, I might have heard of that. And I don't, and based off what you're saying, that's probably not a good thing. I'll check that out later. But yeah, that's wild. Sand floors, all outdoors, no indoor facilities. Yikes. It's interesting, but not in a good way. But if they still made that a good time, then that's a pretty good band. But the band that took #1 for me was Insomnium. But yeah, Insomnium's number one. The whole story behind that is interesting. It's pretty wild, actually. Um, I guess I could start probably talking about what's ahead for this week. Oh yeah, sound guy. Since I actually have a little background in music and a little bit with sound itself, if whoa, hold the phone right here. What is this? That looks interesting, and that's way further to the sound to the that's way further to the south than expected here. Let me change radar sites here. Just make sure I'm not tripping. Okay, yeah, that does look interesting. I wonder if Brandon's gonna jump on this one because that looks mildly suspicious. You were right by the sound booth, so that's how you caught on to this game. Mess. Wonder if he was just too drunk or just didn't care. Excuse me. Oh wow, that looked interesting. Well, that inflow drawer is starting to close up really fast. So, dang. Just as quickly as that went up, it just went to crap. Go with the last 7 frames here, see what we got. Yeah, this is just going to end up being another big hailer from the looks of it. Even then, the storm looks like it's kind of weakening a bit. Further off to the south you get here, too, though, the parameters are a little less favorable. But it did have a small chance. It's Is it Diwali? Wait, where do you see that? Let me see. Wait, what? So many questions. I feel like I'm missing. I feel absolutely clueless right now. What's Diwali? Wait, where? Oh, Diwali. I actually might have to look that up. Cause Diwali. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's a holiday. It's a holiday. It's a holiday that's on November 12th. It's a Hindu holiday. Diwali's a Hindu holiday. It's a little early for them to be doing that, because if I remember correctly, it's like mid-November whenever that happens. A lot of people around the neighborhood that I live in are, I guess, Hindu. A lot of people that are Middle Eastern or Indian, so to speak, or like actually from Middle Eastern territories. I'm not super familiar with the culture, but I do remember they often would shoot fireworks during the middle of November, which is interesting. It might just be, yeah, it might be some idiots doing fireworks, but yeah, you got at least another month and some change to go, almost 2 months to go before that holiday kicks in. So, who knows? Maybe they could already have been on sale too. Or maybe they just had some leftover stockpile from whatever holiday. Because I know on even some other like odd holidays like Labor Day, even depending on